Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing fixed capitals on the Alcatraz map. We're playing as a green player out of the second position. I was going to go on this 4, but red capped on their 2 back here. Orange with a lot of material in here. I wouldn't be surprised to see them cap on a 4 or 4 in here. I'm going to go on this one up here, I suppose. Won't be surprised to see that position rivaled by yellow, but I don't know that I have many other options. Send alliances to my fellow opponents, see who accepts. I'll even send one to red, despite the fact that I am upset with their positioning. Again, we're playing with alliances and blizzards, no fog or portals, neutral inactivity behavior, no rank restrictions. My hope here is that orange caps on one of these spots. Yellow actually doesn't go in this bonus with me, which is interesting. I anticipate blue on the 4 back here, which should influence where orange goes. Pink behind red, perfect. Love that, actually. I think that's going to work out poorly for them, but I get why you wouldn't want to go on the 4 here. And I don't know that red really has, like, red needed to go on this versus the 6 to make sure I didn't end up in here, because now orange can still go here. But we'll see how red handles this opening turn. If orange goes on the 4 and red sacks that, I could theoretically play into this. Now, red accepted my alliance. If I slow roll him, it probably won't make him too happy. I don't even need to necessarily remove any of this material up here. I could just let yellow fortify out and get into the middle and then play for our bonus. Try sending them an alliance again. I think they denied me, but should have a card here. Red potentially with cards in the middle. Doesn't necessarily have to roll anything. And orange goes behind blue. So technically speaking, yellow and I the only players without a cap in their bonus. Red should roll... Oh, actually, that's smart. Roll pink there. Pulls this together. I would go the other way to target pink there. These 3-on-1s are likely what I'm targeting up top. I don't want to restrict pink from a card. I'm not going to roll that out. It actually does not incentivize me to roll that out at all. I'll let pink get their card up here without opening red. I think that's not a bad opening turn. Allows yellow to get his material out of here, which he seems intent on not doing. I mean, this is just a waste. I just don't ever have to hit here. And then nobody's going to have any bonuses in this game, which I think is fine. I'll tell pink to attack my territory if you need to. Exactly, and then he goes back and we just get our cards over there for the time being. Now orange has externals. I may want to accelerate blue's help over here by removing orange, and I can also get this out of here. Say orange attacks up with the 4 to get his card. I also could theoretically try to play for this if this slam happens. I wouldn't do that if I were blue though. Yeah, there you go. Although that makes my card here more difficult. Oh, don't. Oh, he just does it, and he wins it, and then he's going to get slammed. This 3 is in the way. Like, there's no way. Orange will start with 6. I'll have 9 on 7 here. Yeah, here, roll that, roll that. Bummer. No. This is a terrible play. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you defend this? Why would you just give it up for free? That's such a bad play by blue. Oh my god, that is atrocious. The only thing that could even help us here is, yeah, orange plays that really, really smart. Wow. That was abysmal. That was such a terrible play by blue. I don't want to give orange card opportunity up here. I wish yellow would get out of my bonus. I'm likely just going to have to use my trade-in to remove them. It's a good play by red. I think I drop 3 here to remove orange. Or I take off of this. That could fail, though. I have this to fall back on. Red's going to pivot himself this way to try to take pink out. That's smart as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to try this card. Perfect. Got a nice defended cap. We can play for our trade-in. Knock yellow out of here. So the more material yellow puts up here, the worse that this is going to end for them. And I get it. They're upset that I capped up here because they had a 5, but they had a 5 and a 2. I had... I don't even remember what I capped on. I thought I capped on like a 4. He fails over here. Forced to take a card in the middle. I mean, once my trade comes in, if we get a truck on this next turn, we're going to be golden. I'm just going to remove yellow's material. Because this is annoying. It's going to have to be dealt with eventually anyway. But it's a pretty considerably annoying play. Now, I've got the 4 here. Although red could hit into this position. Pink trying to move away from red is smart. Because I wouldn't be surprised to see blue attack orange again. I have no idea why they didn't fortify onto this on the previous turn. The chances of orange getting good enough dice with a... What do you have, a 3 here? With a 9 on 7? Probably pretty slim. This is actually... This is not a bad play. I'll pull the 3 around. I wouldn't have finished that, but I guess if you're going to stick your troops in his face, it's not a bad way to play that. Forces him to play off the 4 over here, which gives me another free card. So this 4 goes up, my 4 goes up. Theoretically, you don't prioritize blue's external just yet. I do think we're going to see red targeting the pink material here. And it almost might be 2 on 1. I don't love that. Okay, I'm glad that failed. I would have taken the guaranteed roll first. Although, I don't know. You don't want to necessarily jeopardize this position if pink and red slam each other. Now, I won't be able to play off of a pink slam. Red's going to box us out up here, so we'll have to play off of this spot. Yeah, that's well played. I like that a lot. I could move this, but I think I'd rather start isolating orange. This would also likely decrease pink's chances of rolling red with me sitting here. But I react after red, so we do not have a full trade in. There's not going to be any point in hitting yellow yet. But yellow is actually larger than me. Does he leave this here? No. Like, end goal is to play for my bonus. He's going to knock red out of here. Great dice. I would hit. Actually, maybe you want to conserve the card. He does hit it. Okay. Loses 2. Well played. This comes back this way, allows him to flank from both sides. Now, it doesn't put anything on cap to do that, which is interesting. It does sort of isolate red's card attempts. Blue here can roll these 3s out. Or the 2. I had a feeling the 2 might be coming. Red might roll that as well. Hits this into red. That's actually really valuable for pink, that specific roll. Although if red has a trade, they could theoretically play off of the 3 here and wrap around. Yellow never fortifying this material out is pretty annoying. It's definitely to play against me. There's a reason he never accepted the alliance request. Orange plays off of this 4 over here in the middle. I'm fine with any hits on yellow. Totally fine. I have this 4 to hit off of. I have this 4 to hit off of. Let's see what red does first. I imagine they'll play off of the 3, and then their fallback play will be to hit orange here. Yeah, so that leaves yellow open. So yellow could theoretically leave now. I'm just gonna sit this here. It technically is attacking red. Still only a dude trade. He's not going to remove this here. He's just going to stack in a different spot. Does this finally come out? I mean, this is just such a waste. You're actually just slowing the game down. Like this to me shows no signs of trying to progress the game. I think I'm trying to help pink more than I am red. Pink could even take this bonus. Would force red to come off. That actually would be a really good play. Pink takes the bonus with their trade-in. You wait for red to trade, then you take the bonus. You force red to come whack you. And then you're able to play off of that after. But yeah, I think yellow thinks I'm not going to whack his material, but I'm just playing it in a measured way. Also, if I'm orange, I would start removing blue's external, because you can effectively start gaining a lead by that player not being able to get cards. He actually just trades. Is he just going to outright slam? Yep, and he fails it. He fails it. Wow. All right, yellow. I will get out of your way. You can come take this position if you want to. I don't want this position. I don't think this position does me any good. Attack orange. Attack pink. Okay. Yep. I understand what you're saying. Oof. He's got to hit orange now. All right. Orange is only on one card. Orange is not worth it. Blue would be worth it, but I don't have pathing. No. You got it. I'm good. I don't need it. You can have it. I'm gonna hit him here. Yeah. I'm just gonna take this card here. I don't want this. Like, pink can have this. I'm hoping that yellow busts through here and takes it and bails on the middle. Did I get a truck? I did. I just 4 dudes. So, not great. I just don't understand this guy's problem. I really don't understand the yellow player's problem. I'm fine with pink taking this, though. It'll keep the game moving. Yellow feels like they're dedicated to ruining my game. Like, they just don't want any progression here. And unfortunately, they got a full 10 trade, and I get a 4 trade. I guess with a added +2, which could be worse. Let red get a card here. Yeah. Great play. He should kill guard orange as well. I think blue might trade and take this, which would also be a great play. What are we doing? Okay. Terrible. Blue quits. I cannot kill blue. Pink actually has that guard. But the guaranteed bonus wouldn't hurt. This would be even better. Orange places here, slow rolls this, gives it to me for free. It just stays in the middle. And I can kill him for 2 cards. I would need to make sure I get this. This is my +2, though, so I get 2 extra troops here. Split off and fortify. This is an interesting strategy. Blue is worth 4, so there's a world here where red also hits blue out of here. No, he doesn't. Okay. Because I think red knows what I'm about to do. Sorry, dude. I think you gotta know that this one's coming. I can get orange for 2. I want to make sure that yellow can't really get this for free. I just want to roll less into that pocket, so I got the fortify over here. Could have rolled pink out of here, but I don't trust yellow. And now I have the full trade-in. If yellow rolls me up here, or if yellow rolls my cap over here, I can combat them. They can't actually kill blue either. I think red's gonna wail on... just dumps everything on cap. He might come wail on me, though. No, he just plays it soft. So now we can, this turn we can get blue for 4. Red could theoretically get blue, but it's a little expensive. They'd need a trade-in to do it. And this is what I thought would happen, as I thought that pink's going to come off and slam red. He might win the roll. I have his kill guard. He's going to slow roll. Okay. I think that was the right thing to do in that position. That's how I get off of this yellow threat. Because yellow obviously had the intention of not letting me hold a bonus. I actually would have been better off. Like, I would have understood more if he capped in here with me. It's getting pretty close to a possible roll here. Not now. I would have probably rolled the 20 on 13. Gets back on cap, so he doesn't have a card. And red won't be able to take him out, which kind of just slows the whole board down. I think at this point, the extra 4 troops is going to help me more than anything else. Although I want to make sure I get blue. He says he needs to attack my territory. Not on my watch. Get 10. Where's this +2 land? Here? It's not very useful. Troops. This will instantly set me. 5 here. 4 here. Okay. That was a full trade-in as well that blue quit with. And we have a full trade on the next turn. Where are these +2s land? On this, that'll be my fortify from pantry. 6 can come over here. All right, there we go. Sorry, pink. I would understand it if you broke the alliance, but need to try to make a play. This is one of those times where I almost wonder if it's in yellow's best interest to just get back on capital. If you slam me here, you probably lose anyway. Or if you even roll, I guess you don't. I should be in a position to just put a bunch of oppressive pressure on this guy. And this is the type of thing where if he bails on this to come take my capital, I could maybe hold the middle bonus. He doesn't. All right, then I'm just going to take my cap back. That slows me down, but I should still be positioned to win the game. Especially with the trade-in. Basically, that move by yellow just runs negative. I don't care if red takes this bonus, by the way. I think I'm actually incentivized to let him do that. I'll tell him that. Because theoretically, I can play for this position and box yellow out of it. Take the +2 on sick wards. It'll be a pretty easy fortify for me. Yellow does have pathing back to this. I will not be doing that, pink. I am sorry. The end goal is going to be taking this, but I'm fine with red holding this. I can't fight a war with two people here. I can just take my bonus on this next turn. Perfect. This is where we'll want red to operate. Yellow has no pathing off cap. Red can eventually deal with pink behind him. I mean, yellow's obviously going to break me on this turn, but I need to knock him out of these little pockets, I think. I'm not even going to defend it because I think he's going to use his trade into break. I've gotten pretty lucky this game. Sorry, I'm probably blocking the bottom of my bonus a few times here. The goal here is to get it so he doesn't commit his whole trade in up into here and knock a bunch of stuff out, although it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. But I can kind of just deal. I have a trade in myself, and I can just deal with him on the next turn. Like, play off the cap, stay mostly off cap. Like, if he leaves this in free, yeah, he's just going to dive into the back of the pocket, it looks like. Or maybe he's going to split into all these sections. I just think that's a silly play. Can see him fortifying everything back. No, he just leaves this back here. That's fine. I'm not really worried about the 25 cap unless red starts placing a bunch externally. Red doesn't want to open up yellow either, which is smart. But I kind of gotta go into the end game with a buddy. Where do these land? Get this one here. I might as well. Or you know what? I want to do the one behind my cap on a record room. Because those are troops I can get up to capital after. This way, if red comes hits me, he can break me, but he doesn't open the capital. If he does decide to turn on me. My mindset here at this point is because of my capitalization off of both the blue and orange's mistakes and then the associated eliminations, that I can go 1 and 2 with red. I'm already at the troop advantage regardless of what he gets here. I can put in the energy to be the person to take yellow out. If red turns on me, then red effectively creates a stalemate position here where I'm just getting the most troops of anybody, although probably plays some sort of 2-on-1. I don't think he's going to betray me. I think he's going to make sure I can't break him. But he eventually wants to remove pink, right? So my main goal here, red's external on this position. I go up into yellow here. And then, you know, we get some defense back here, but most of it up here. We take this card on this spot to leave red open. And then we start navigating forward because my end goal is going to be knock yellow out and then win the game. So no sense blocking him yet. And I don't want to risk red being able to steal a capital out here. So pink likely third, yellow fourth, red second is my hope. But I don't want to get overly aggressive because I don't want to blunder the game, right? So we get 25 troops or 23 troops. That's great. And I need to leave myself open, right? Like red doesn't want to open up his capital as much as I don't want to open up his capital. Now there's a counter. The problem is yellow was focused on me the entire game. There is a counter position that you can play here. There's actually two. There's two things he could do here. He could start focusing red to get me off of his back, which he's not doing. Or he could, well, yeah, he could just start focusing red and like try to convince me to give him second. I don't think it would work. I don't think I have any intention of doing that. Now there's a chance that actually that hit me here. I don't want yellow getting cards. I want him to hit me. That was scooping this. I know obviously it sucks that pink lost this and I wanted to work with pink, but too good to pass. A guaranteed bonus on the board, too good to pass up. Like he'll hit here and then we can just block him on these spots. The end goal, like a red can trade behind me with the end goal of keeping yellow at bay so that I can just take him out. We're creating slowly. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. We're slowly creating a sort of gap here with backs that up. Exactly what I wanted. I don't want him to be able to get through this. So it's a kind of a slow burn, unfortunately. I'm just getting out of the way. Force yellow to take the cards in here. And eventually on 5, he'll be forced to take the red card. And that will be perfect. Because nobody's going to bust in the bonus that I eventually took up here. And we were forced to hit some of his troops. And he slammed my cap and he wins the cap. And that's all well and good. Now, what I do need red to start doing is, yeah, playing in a position here where you end up taking out pink. I don't want yellow to hit me here, so we're not going to hit him. Like this. I'm moving the board around too much while I'm clicking. I'm trying to keep it in one spot, but it's shifting too much. So this should force him to take the red card here, or slam me. I'm fine with either thing. I think it'll force him to take the red card, and then he's card blocked. And I know it's fixed. Card blocking and fixed doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's just going to ensure that I'm able to eliminate him a little bit faster. Because now he's not going to get any cards. Red can still trade behind me, so he stays. Like, I've created a 70 troop gap at this point. We didn't have that previously. So this should get red to start committing on to pink. Like all of this, yeah. Because I think red knows that this is pretty much guaranteed second at this point, as long as he doesn't screw this up. So I can just kind of chip away here slowly but surely until I know that I have enough to take yellow out. And then I can win. But I want to make sure I have enough to hit yellow. I've got the 33 to fall back on here into a capital as well. But if red pulls off and frees pink, like he could theoretically get out of that position. I wonder if he pulls off the cap and sits on red. It would be a choice. He's trying to get red to give him a card. I'm basically trying to time this correctly. I'm attacking yellow. Like, if he attacks pink, I will attack yellow. That's effectively what I'm trying to tell him here. But I won't remove him until he does that. Just a truck trade. I basically want him to bring the 24 back into cap. He had a trade. Sitting on a trade that entire time, which just makes us take longer. I mean, we got to progress the game. So the one downside would, again, be red pulling off and pink coming in here. So I can't risk that. There's this one. Because this just feels like this player's intentionally stalling now. Which I don't really respect a whole lot. I mean, you know you're going to lose. You played in a way that was trying to thwart me anyway. I ended up taking advantage, admittedly, probably taking advantage of turn order. But I had to. And then I found an ally in red. If red takes out pink, I will take... Well, red probably doesn't have enough troops to take out pink. The hope is to get the 24 back into capital. Take pink out. Ooh. Is this his car, or is he just going to slam? Okay. Yeah. Works for me. Perfect. I want this to fortify. How do I... I let him hold the bonus so that he can finish off pink. And he can still slam out pink and get second because I left him up here. I just don't have to world dom. But I'm basically... just basically ensure that he can take pink out. And, like, obviously the plus 12 would be great, but I want to make sure that he has enough troops over here to do this, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if he has extra to take this. And it's once he slams it, the game is over, right? There's nothing he can really do. This might not even win. I didn't realize. Hopefully he just wins it. He's just going to sit in front of him. That's smart. Yeah, sure. All right. I'll take my card here, let him get the extra troops so that he can eliminate him. Does pink just slam out? No, pink's going to make him roll it. I can still give red second because I can leave red in the traps. I think this should win. Hopefully it wins. 7 troops left. Oh, boy. Good game. A little finagling there, but we managed to do it using the alliance to our advantage. I was very surprised that he slammed yellow. I didn't need him to slam yellow. Nothing like a dude trade. We got a little lucky with the blue and orange stuff. Good game. Well played. And a big ol' thumbs up to you, Mr. Red. I'll throw him a heart. And that, I mean, it's games like this where you get a good ally for the entire game. And it's not that pink was a bad ally. Pink just wasn't useful to me. Red was very useful to me. That's the kind of stuff that I love. We get a good game out of it. We managed to thwart the center capping guy, who was probably pretty good. I mean, he left it. He had a safe cap and left a bunch of troops in my bonus so that I couldn't take the bonus, knowing that the other 2 bonuses that had people in them, they had 2 people in them. I'm surprised that yellow was a beginner. I thought yellow played a better game than beginner. Annoying, but a solid game, all things considered. These two I'm not super surprised about, and Masters on red and pink. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We will be back with more Risk on Monday. As always, everybody, I've been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.